Is Exodus chapter 23, verse 32. I start at 31. And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea, even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. For I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. A covenant is what? An alliance, a pledge, a treaty, constitution, a compact, okay? Basically an agreement, all right? No treaty. Nor with their gods, they shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee, a trap, a setup, a gin, right? So this is, okay, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse, let's see, start at the top. Okay, Deuteronomy 7:1. When the Lord thy God, when Yahweh thy power shall bring thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy God and when Yahweh thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. And I brought those scriptures out because of this here. This older Jake man on the imagery portrayed by Google with the beret hat on, it indicates that he was in the army. Okay, that indicates that what? He made a covenant agreement. I'll agree to serve in your army, and damn, I didn't even that's crazy. I don't even know how this just popped up here. Chinua Akibi. I don't even know where that came from. Maybe that's who they got. Yeah, maybe that's who they got that picture from. And a lot of our people over there in Nigeria, a lot of Nigerians are Israelites. But further to go back to the picture, you know, he got a beret on. And he looks as though he's in the army. All right. Now, I had another scripture. This is Maccabees. Now, this is in the Apocrypha, which was taken out, but this is what Esau calls canon. This is part of the Bible. First Maccabees chapter 1 and 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, so wicked Israelites, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. And now the scriptures clearly told us not to do that. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. So allowed them to behave like the other nations, man, to do what they did. All right. Now the scripture says, envy not thou oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Here it is, we oppressed, all right, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. We make up the prison system. Okay, we got the worst jobs. Even if we do get a job, it's harder for us than the so-called white man or another nation, such as a Arab or a East Indian or Asian. We can't get business loans, but we gonna go and serve in their army. We gonna go and do after their custom and after their manners. That's nonsense, man. And furthermore, when I look at this picture, now it looked as though that's a sun and it was crying. And I looked, I'm like, now I heard of a movie called Tears of the Sun. Now, when you read Tears of the Sun, this is a movie. It says, the Nigerian government has fallen and the country is on the verge of civil war. Lieutenant A.K. Waters has been assigned to lead a team of soldiers into the Nigerian jungle to rescue Dr. Lena Kendricks when Waters and his team, okay, well, whatever. So it's a movie about war. And then it's an arrow pointing down. All right, so hey man, things is happening, man. And I thought of some scriptures when I thought of that. I thought of I was just a brother did a video, the brother GMS Hawaii Yahawada recently did a video talking about Netanyahu, and he brought out this scripture. And I would just read what I thought of. Ezekiel 38:5. It's Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So when you read up, Gog and the land of Magog is talking about the Russians, because the Russians are in that land today. Now, when you go into those people, though, they are the sons of Japhet, because we read in the first video about Genesis the 10th chapter. But the Russians today are inhabitants of those lands, and they will be a guard to Persia, which is the modern day Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya. And and other people, man, that's gonna be allied against America in the upcoming World War III. And I only got about a couple seconds left on my record, but according to Joel, the 2nd and 3rd chapter, man, they all gonna be brought down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat in the Hebrew, and that's where they're gonna be judged, man. Shalom.